wrapped up a trip around the world. Let's get into that interview with the Big BBNaija housemates. Of course, we're counting down to the end of Big BBNaija season 6 this year, and the excitement is real. There's so many questions. There's so much anticipation as well as to who will be the official winner, the 90 million naira. Who is it going to go to? Well, we've had some of your faves on the show, and we can all admit it's been quite interesting, from JMK to Bona to every other person, Maria, you know, Jackie B, Michael, J. Paul. We've had all of them on Arise 360. And just last week, Sunday, our faves were evicted again. We saw Queen, we saw Saga, and we saw Nini leave the Big BBNaija house. And of course, they've landed right here on Arise 360, live from our Lagos studio. We have Nini, and of course, we have Saga. Great to have you both on Arise 360 today. Nini, I'm going to begin with you. You're out of the house now. You know, what do you feel like? You know, how does it feel to know that you're back with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones?
Really exciting. I'm really excited to be back to the world and be with my loved ones. I really missed them for the time I was on the show.
I'm so happy for you as well. Saga, what about you? You know, what does it feel like to be back, you know, to your loved ones outside the house?
Well, it feels really good to be back, to reconnect with all my old friends and family. But then the love I'm getting on the outside is overwhelming. Apparently, I have a larger family now, you know, so I'm really happy to be back.
Amazing. So let's get right to it. What would you say, Saga, is the one thing you're going to miss most about the Big BBNaija house?
To be honest, it's a smaller world, and we just had kind of smaller problems. I miss that. It was a little peaceful. There was a sense of peace about it. But outside here it's a marketplace, it's chaos. So I'm having to adjust is different. So I miss that sort of. You sleep and wake up, you don't have to worry about a lot of things. Everything is within the small world. I miss that.
Nini, what about you? What do you miss most about the Big BBNaija house?
Okay, I just miss Big Brother saying, Nini, this is a microphone infringement. Other than that, I'm happy to be out. I don't like being in a small space.
Okay, so if there was a chance for you to go back into the house now, would you?
Oh, no.
All right, what about you, Saga? If you had a shot to go back. Yes, Nini, you were going to say, let me let you land on that thought.
I would. I think I would. I think I would. But maybe not immediately. They should give me some time to rest, but I think I would. I think I would go back.
Okay, Nini, you were going to say something before, you know, I caught you off.
Yeah, because going on the show was the longest I've ever stayed out of staying without my family. So now I'm back to that family space where I feel really loved, and I've not even enjoyed it. So I don't just want to go and stay away from them again.
All right, guys. Well, I'm glad that we're all on the same page on this. You guys had a great time in the Big BBNaija house. We'll take a quick break on Arise 360. When we get back to the show, we'll keep up with this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be back. The world of entertainment is one big pool of drama. But you see, as annoying as it gets, as stressful as it can be, we love it. Yeah, we do. And that's exactly why, no matter how disappointing the show gets, people just cannot get enough of the Big BBNaija show. And of course, today on Arise 360, we've got the just evicted housemates, Nini, Saga, and Queen joining us on the show. And Queen is with us now. Hello, Queen. How are you feeling? What does it feel like to be out of the house finally? Okay, so I'm gonna, get into, while Queen is being, set up, let me go back to Nini and Saga, who I believe can hear me clearly. So Saga, let us talk about, the reactions. You trended on social media a lot. To begin with, I mean, you were one person that there were so many reactions, there were so many questions. As in, it was a Saga week, last week, Saga, I have to be honest. So coming out of the house and seeing these perceptions of you, especially as it pertained to Nini temporarily leaving the house because Biggie asked her to. How did that make you feel? And how do you want to react to those reactions?
It was a big brother saga. That's the better way to put it. Anyway, so what happened was Big Brother played a game on me in which he told Nini to probably fight with me and then disappear for a certain time frame. So now I was unaware, but then we had a fight, which was kind of, it escalated, and then I raised my voice at her, and then she disappeared shortly afterwards. And then we drew conclusion when everybody was looking for her that it was like a mental breakdown, which was medically evac. So, and this was because of some comments that she made to us, that's the people in the house, before disappearing. She told me that she was having a lot of emotions in her head, then she didn't have time for wahala. And then she told somebody else something toward the angle that she needed to be left alone before she had a meltdown. Exactly, she put it like that. So we drew conclusion that she had a mental breakdown and she was medically evac. So we waited for the night, asking people for clarity, but nothing was said to us. And then we slept in front of the diary room, hoping for her to come out after speaking to the psychologist. She didn't. And then the following day, we thought, okay, maybe that was the end of our journey in the Big Brother house, because that was how one of the past housemates was taken away from us. He had a mental breakdown of some sort, and then he was taken away, and we didn't see him again till now. So that's then I started thinking to myself, what could have triggered this person to have a breakdown? And then I remember, okay, I was the last person she spoke to. We had an argument. I raised my voice, and I started asking myself, was that the trigger for that reaction?
No, of course, we know you were not the trigger.
Why did
call you in there, Saga. We know you weren't. But what I'm asking specifically is, when that happened, and okay, so basically you're explaining why you felt the way you did, but knowing now that people felt that you reacted that way, maybe because you were missing Nini and you were in love with Nini, how did that make you feel? Especially with this explanation you're giving as to what may have, been what was going on in your head, that you may have caused a mental breakdown to Nini, which made her to temporarily leave the house. When you came out and saw, people were like, I want lover boy, Saga is in love, Saga crying for a lady, wow. How did that make you feel? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I understand now. Well, I was sort of shocked, because it's expected that sometimes people just watch a part of the show, just watch a clip, and then you judge the person by just a clip. I was sort of shocked, but then it's nothing too serious, because so far so good. People told me, the interviewers, you eat you raw, things like that. But then after each interview, people are like, oh, I understand you better now. Oh, I understand you better now. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So gradually, I think the air is clearing.
Yeah,
but then I was sort of shocked when I saw it.
I think so too. Nini,
the magnitude of reaction.
Yeah, Nini, let me bring you into this conversation. And I think this is a question that a lot of people will just want to know once and for all. When you finally got out of the house, I'm sure you rekindled your love with your partner at the moment. Did any conversation on Saga ever come up? Like, people always wondered. There was even a trend at some point that people were willing to pay this, man to leave you for Saga, so you and Saga can just be together. So did Saga's conversation ever come up? Did you ever feel like, oh my goodness, this is going to be a problem in my relationship?
Coming out of the house, I've been so busy, I haven't had time to have that conversation with my partner. But so far, so good, we're good.
Okay, so basically it's something that might happen eventually, but you guys are good. Now, Saga, what about you? Would you say you love Nini? Or is it just an attraction that happened because you guys were in the house and, emotions can get in the way, you guys got close? Or would you say Nini is just your very good friend?
Just my very good friend. That's what it is.
It's lovely. And I could tell the disappointment, at the time when you heard Nini was evicted, like that disappointment, oh my God, my friend is leaving. Okay, it's good to know where both of you stand relationship-wise. So there's nothing happening for you, Saga. You're not disappointed that nothing is gonna happen. It was just, this is my good friend that I happen to be fond of.
I like to say this often, like, I knew exactly what I was doing. Everything I did in the house was intentional, and everything is fine.
Nini, what was your game plan going into the Big Brother house? What was your, I mean, of course, by the time you spent a few days in the house, you knew, okay, one or two things will happen. So what would you say your game plan was during the period you stayed there? How did you manage to stay for that long?
Yeah, thank you for asking this question. So I developed a sort of strategy that shortly after the eviction show, I started to think to myself, who are the people I'm going to put in the pool for my nominations on Monday? Like I'm considering, okay, who are the people I'm going to put in the pool, the two people that I'll put in the pool that will make me stay longer in the house because hopefully they get to go and I get to stay. So that's what I was doing. I kept nominating people who I thought would leave and then I would stay longer in the house. So I did that and I developed a system, and it was Big Brother even called me the ultimate veto power holder because I had like a 98% chance of success. I think Queen was the only person I missed because I nominated her one time, but then her God is a strong God. And she managed to survive it. So that's how I had it in my head.
Amazing. Queen can join us now. Queen, I was just saying that it's great to have you on Arise 360. Your experience in the Big BrotherNaija house, would you say it's changed you in any way? You know, did it have any impact on your personality now that you're out? You know, what's different about Queen?
First of all, I had a very exciting moment in the house, right? I really did enjoy the house. Affecting me positively, yes. Right now, I know that if I walk into a space, I should be able to like, probably like reserve my feeling. No matter how I feel, I should be able to like hold it down for a while, keep observing and not just come into a space and just keep saying things, because everybody cannot be like me. Everybody cannot be open-minded like me or sincere like me, right? I should keep observing and before saying things out there.
Okay, I love it. So real quick, who are you gonna miss most now that you're out of the house?
Coming out of the house and watching the show, I kind of miss White Money because I watch him. I know sometimes that he's really lonely because there's nobody to like tease him, play with him, disturb him like I used to do. So yes, I miss White Money in the house.
Queen, I just have to clear this up. You know, what is it with everybody thinking that you and White Money had something going on? Like, were you guys just friends or was there something more there?
At the time, we're just friends, yeah, genuine friends that have each other's back. I had his back, he had my back 100, looking out for me, pampering and taking care of me in the house. And he always advised me a whole lot, yeah. But then from my end, I don't want to speak for him. From my end, at some point, I started seeing some things that made me like him in another kind of way. I developed some kind of feelings for him because he was a really nice guy to me in the house, truly speaking, so.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty, to be very honest with you. Do you think there's anyone that may hinder the possibility of something happening? Another housemate, maybe?
Another housemate, like him with another housemate?
Yes, him with another
I really
housemate.
don't know. If anything happens, it's his choice, right? I can't make his decisions for him, right? I can't hold him back from making his choice, right? I can't hold him back from taking a decision that's going to make him happy. So if there's a 100% chance that he wants to get involved with another housemate, why not? I'll give him my support 100.
Oh, I love how the Big Brother house just brings out these emotions. It's just so beautiful. Okay, before I let you all go, Nini, let me come back to you and ask you, the finale, we're getting close to it, you see. One person that you're hoping takes the final cash, who would that person be?
So I want White Money too because it was my daddy in the show, so I can get a share of it. But regardless, if Licorice wins, she's from the same state as I am, and I'm all about the girl power, so I'll still be great.
Oh, that's amazing. Saga, what about you? Who are you gunning for to take the final cash?
For my boy Pere. Pere just won the IVM motto, and I want him to win more and more. Let him take the 90 million. Let us finish the table. Clear the house.
Queen, I can guess who you're going to say, but who you're gunning for to take, the money and just, win the show?
I would say White Money because he has told me a lot about himself, his struggle, and how many times he had to apply to be on the show. I don't have that kind of patience to keep applying and applying, but he did. He persevered because he knew what he wanted, and then he got in. So I would say White Money for the money. He's the right choice and the best choice for me.
Now, Queen, before I let you go, I need to know, Maria, we saw so much happen between the both of you. It almost seemed as though it was personal, like direct personal attacks. What would you say the state of your relationship with Maria is right now, seeing as you're out of the house? What's going to happen? Any friendship there?
Okay, right now I just got out from the house. I'm still busy with my media rounds. I've not even gotten in touch with any of the housemates right now. But for me, we are in a good place. I don't have any issue with her. Before she left the house, we were already talking a little bit, so we have no issue. We are in a good place right now.
Well, I'm happy for you, as I am for Saga and Nini as well. Thank you three for joining us on Arise 360 today. And of course, we wish you the absolute best in your future endeavors.